me know you're there. Let me know I'm working and that you can hear me. Oh, Mrs. Yates is there. Morning, Mrs. Yates. Morning, everybody in the school hall. Morning, Mrs. Wood. Morning to all our critical worker children who I know are watching down in the hall. Morning, Mr. Moody, Seth and Oscar. Morning, Miss Hardy. Morning, Mr. Rotherham. You're very welcome today. Hi, Jacob. Hi, Charlotte. Oh, sorry. Hi, Rose. Hi, Emily. Hi, Jack. Morning, Alyssa. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Ellie Mae. Good morning. Hi, George. Morning, Mrs. Thomas. Morning, Sylvie. Hi, Corey. Hi, Adam. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Quinton. Good morning. Hi, Connie and Stan. Good morning. Hi, Tarek. Hi, Meg. Morning, Mac. Morning, Lawrence and Ralph. Morning, Darcy. Hi, Ruby. Good morning. Hi, Francesca. Morning, James. Hi, Brooke and Mia. Hi, Elsa. Morning, Mrs. Naylor, Josh, Amy and Emily. Morning, Jack. Morning, Joseph and Jack. Hi, Amy and Imogen and Freya. We're looking forward to having you in September. Morning, Emily. Morning, Naylors. Morning, Logan. And Faye, maybe there as well. Morning, Mum and Dad. Morning, Finley. Hi, Amelia. Hi, Ruby. Hello, Mr. Parker, Mrs. Yates, Mrs. Henderson, Mrs. Green, and all of the critical worker children in the hall today. Thank you, Emily. Yes, I'm good, thank you. If I don't reply to any of your comments, it's because sometimes they don't come up on the iPad, so I'll just reply to the ones I see, but massive hello to anyone who I don't shout out to. Morning, Lucy. Morning, Freddie. Morning, Grace and Emily. Morning, Sylvie. Morning, Blaine. Morning, Mrs. Humphreys. Oh, Rose, I'm missing school too. Proper school, normal school. Morning, James. Morning, Charlie. Morning, Holly. I'll just give it another minute for anyone else to join us, and then we'll make a start. Morning, Sasha and Tommy. Oh, Mac, we're missing you too. Morning, Liam. Hi, James and George. Lauren. Oh, Lauren's got her classroom in her tent today. That sounds like good fun. A good idea to share with everybody. I hope Jonathan's okay, Lauren. Okay, I think we're going to make a start then with assembly this morning. So good morning everybody. I know if you were here now you'd be saying good morning to me and good morning to your friends. I can see lots of you chatting together in the comments, which is lovely, checking in on each other, maybe people that you haven't heard from for a little while, so that's great. So please use this opportunity to do so, and hopefully in a little while I'll give some more hellos to people who've joined us as well. I'm back. I'm in school today. I'm in my office this morning just because the Wi-Fi didn't work very well last week. I know it's a bit intermittent, and I know we've all had, or lots of us have had issues in the Newport area with internet. So I'm going to stay in one place today, and hopefully where the sound's a little bit clearer as well. So I'm in the hall today, and the critical worker children are down in the hall. Sorry, I'm in school in my office, and the critical worker children are down in the hall watching down there this morning as well. I hope you're all well. Hope you're all staying safe, and we are this morning going to think a little bit following on from the previous two assemblies. So in the first week I spoke to you about how it's important to use your courage to do the right thing at the moment, which is staying at home, but actually it's making a difference, and that's really, really important. So following our true values, our true motto as a school, we are making a difference, which is fabulous. Last week we spoke about being thankful. So we spoke about obviously our key workers and being really grateful to those. And all the different key workers who are helping to keep things going, keep things safe for us at the moment, we are all really, really grateful to. But we also spoke about being grateful for the small things that are happening within our own homes, that our parents and our carers and our families are able to do for us, keeping our foods on our table, helping us with our home learning, trying to make things fun and keep us safe at home. So about being really grateful to those. What I want to talk to you about today is actually about our friends, because I think if I asked you all now, you would all tell me that you're really missing your friends. I know I'm missing my friends. I know my children are missing their friends, and we really are looking forward to that day, because it will happen when we're all back together again and we can have fun with each other and have those face-to-face conversations that we so miss. I don't think we'll ever take our friends for granted again in the same way, because this time without them makes us realise how important they are. We miss those fun times, we miss their company and their support, and we've got to make a real effort at the moment to keep in touch with each other. So I'm going to read you a story this morning. This story is it's a modern retelling of a story from the Bible. It's a story from the book of Luke, but like I say, it is a modern retelling. Very embarrassingly again, there are some actions that go with this story, so I will ask you to join in. I'm going to take my lanyard off actually before I start dancing around. So there are actions just at the start and just at the end, and really the start and the end kind of replicate where we are at the moment, because at the start these 5 friends from the book of Luke have lots of fun with each other, and at the end they have fun again because they work together, they support each other to get through those tough times. Okay? So let's make a start. So it's the story of the 5 friends from the book of Luke, and it's teaching us about the importance of friendship and supporting each other. So once there were 5 friends: Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah, Azariah and Nigel. Okay, Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah, Azariah and Nigel. These 5 friends did absolutely everything together. This is where the actions come in. Okay, so children, stand up where you are in your houses around Newport and join in with my action. So these are the sort of things, and remember we're talking in biblical times here, these are the sort of things that these 5 friends enjoyed doing together. So find a space, because you can act these out as well with me. Don't let me look silly on my own. So these 5 friends went mountain climbing together. So climb your mountains. They went mountain climbing together. Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah, Azariah and Nigel. Okay. They also went, remember it is biblical times, I don't suggest this today, but they also went camel riding together. So on your camels, okay, camel riding together. They also went, this is very bizarre, deep sea diving together. So all of you act out your deep sea diving. They enjoyed diving together. And it also says they would have gone paragliding together. Paragliding together. But it says in biblical times paragliding hadn't been invented, but they would have loved to do it together. Okay, I hope you were all joining in with those actions. There's a little bit of listening now. One day, however, Nigel felt ill and he couldn't walk anymore. So 5 friends could no longer go. Oh, hang on, we're back to our actions. They could no longer mountain climb. They could no longer camel ride. They could no longer deep sea dive. And they could no longer paraglide. Hope you joined in. So the 5 friends were very sad. Then they heard the news that Jesus had come to town. He was at a house in walking distance from where they lived, and word had got around that he was healing people. So Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah and Azariah laid their friend Nigel on a mat and carried him to the house. They carried him over bumpy streets and lumpy streets, up hills and down hills. But when they got there, the house was full. People were crammed in and jammed in, pushed in, packed in, squished, squashed and squeezed. And there was absolutely no way that Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah, Azariah and Nigel were ever going to fit in. But the roof of the house was flat, as were most roofs in that place, and there were steps leading up to the roof, so the 5 friends had an idea. They carried Nigel up the steps and set the mat down on the roof, and then they began to tear up the roof tiles. They bashed and they smashed, they tugged and they tore, they grunted and grabbed and pulled, and pretty soon there was a hole in the roof, a hole big enough to lower their friend through. The people in the house were shocked, but they made as much room as they could, till the mat rested in the floor amongst them. Jesus looked down and spoke. It was what the 5 friends had been waiting for, but what he said surprised them and everyone else in the room. "My friend," said Jesus, "your sins are forgiven." Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah, Azariah and Nigel scratched their heads confused. They thought that Jesus would make Nigel well, and they weren't the only ones who were disappointed. "What does Jesus mean by that?" grumbled the teachers in the room. "Only God can forgive a man's sins. Who does he think he is?" "What's harder," Jesus asked, "to make a man walk or to forgive his sins?" Nigel raised his hand to answer. From where he was lying, both seemed pretty hard, but Jesus answered first. "To prove that I have the power and the right to forgive this man's sins, I will heal his legs." Then he smiled at Nigel and said, "Walk, pick up your mat and go home." And Nigel did. Without a single ache or pain, he stood up. He picked up the mat and he walked through the crowd, right out of the house, with Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah and Azariah cheering as he went. The crowd cheered too, even the grumpy people. And now they were back to normal. Zachariah, Malachi, Hananiah, Azariah and Nigel picked up where they left off. Are we ready? Actions again. They were able to go mountain climbing, camel riding, deep sea diving, and if they could have, they would have gone paragliding. Okay, those 5 friends had a lot of fun with each other at the start of the story, doing some quite bizarre activities that maybe we wouldn't do today, but they had quite a lot of fun together at the start of the story, and then they went through a really tough time. They had to work together as a group of friends to help each other through that tough time, which they did, and then They were able to have fun and do their very bizarre activities again. But supporting our friends, supporting each other, it teaches us that message, how important that is at the moment. I could see some of you while I was reading, scrolling through and telling me how you're keeping in touch with your friends. Things like FaceTime, WhatsApp are really important at the moment for keeping that contact, and I would really encourage you to do that. It's really good, and it's great to see as well lots of comments underneath to each other, saying hello to each other, to people that you might not have seen, might not have kept in contact with for a little while. So that's great and really important, and I'd encourage you to do that. Another important point that I wanted to make though actually comes from another story that I've got here about friendship, and this is about a time when Jesus visited Martha and Mary. Okay, and it's only very short, it's just 3 paragraphs, but I think it makes another really important point that how we need to support our friends at the moment. Martha was keen to give Jesus the best food she could prepare. I should explain that Jesus was visiting a family in Lazarus, 2 sisters called Martha and Mary. Martha was keen to give Jesus the best food she could prepare. She busied about in the kitchen, hoping that her sister would come to help. But Mary just stayed with Jesus in the sitting room, listening attentively to everything he said. So Martha carried on. She made bread, gathered olives, put dates into bowls, clattered and banged around, and became more and more annoyed that she was having to do all of the work by herself. Finally, she lost her temper and burst into the room, shouting and complaining at Jesus. "Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to do all of the work? Why don't you tell her to help me?" "Martha, you are stressed and anxious about so many things," said Jesus. "But there is only one thing here that is really important. Mary has chosen wisely to use her time to be with me and to listen to me while I am here with you. It's the best thing that she could spend her time doing." And I think that's really, really important. The best thing we can spend our time doing at the moment is talking to our friends, our family, and actually listening to what they have to say. And what I want to encourage all of you to do, children, if your parents can help you, is actually to pick up the phone and talk to your friends. There is nothing better than hearing that familiar voice, having a giggle together. So please, 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 can I encourage you all to talk to each other? WhatsApp, text messages, all those things that we can record in writing are brilliant because they really help that conversation. But actually, there's nothing better than talking to your friends, listening to their voice and having that direct contact, okay? Lots of you will have been seeing on After Britain's Got Talent, for example, Anton Deck encouraging us to talk. Talk is more important than ever, and I would encourage you more and more to do that over the phone as possible, just to help that direct contact. But keeping in touch however you do it is brilliant. Supporting each other, keeping that friendship and sharing together the things you're looking forward to doing when we're able to do them, because we've got lots to look forward to. Our song this morning, I wanted to choose one that I thought helped us to think about friendship, one that I thought some of you would know. So this morning I've got here that I will turn my camera around in a second and show you. It's "You've Got a Friend in Me." So if you want to stand up, find a space, belt it out, you put Genius School, big voices.
Your old pal said, "Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, and I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. Stick together and see it through, 'cause you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some of the folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and strong, but friendship will never die. You gon' see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
Well done everybody, I hope you were joining in with that. It's a wonderful song and a good reminder that we are a family, a school family full of friends, hopefully finding ways, different ways, new ways of keeping in touch with each other. And I really want to encourage you to use those modern methods of keeping in touch, but also to pick up that phone, speak to your friends and get excited about those things we've got to look forward to when we're back together again. Just to finish, I just want to say a massive thank you, as always, to all of our key workers keeping us safe at the moment, but a particular thank you again to the school staff here at Newport Junior School and the team for everything they are doing to try and keep in touch with you all online and actually on the phone. They're trying to call you to keep in touch, to hear from you and see what you've been up to. I also just want to mention some people are working really hard behind the scenes at the moment. Our caretaker, our cleaners and our cooking team, they are still in work every day and they are doing a fabulous job. They are keeping our school site clean for our critical worker children, our caretakers making sure the site's kept in good condition for when we return, and unlocking school every day for our critical worker children and our staff. So a massive thank you to everybody in our Newport Junior School team, as well as all of the key workers who are working hard to support us as a school family. Sorry, that was just a tickle. Just a massive thank you as well. Keep an eye out online for Miss Watson's maths, Miss Hardy's reading, Mr Parker, he's in school today. We're going to swap. He's going to come online this afternoon. He's got story time. I think it's 2 o'clock for Mr Parker. Mrs Kay did a quiz yesterday. If you, like me, couldn't join the quiz because of your internet at home, it is available on our Facebook page. If it's not already, it'll be on our YouTube channel as well. So please catch up with that if you missed it. Mrs Jukes has also done a video this week with a challenge, I think particularly for Year 4, but if anyone else wants to have a go. And Miss Sherry's also done a challenge, a mindfulness challenge this week as well. Please keep an eye on our YouTube channel. Lots of videos on there that you're always welcome to catch up on as well if you miss anything. Another video as well, another staff video. Hopefully you've seen the Golden Roll and you've seen Grease Mega Mix. We have another video soon, slightly delayed due to internet issues yesterday, but that should be coming out hopefully this week to you as well. Stay safe everybody, stay at home. We can't wait to see you all soon. We miss you all lots. I'll just do a couple of hellos just to finish for anyone I might have missed. If I've missed you, just send me a message and I'll quickly say hello before we go. I think you're all just talking to each other, which is lovely. Bye, Rose. Bye, Olivia. Bye, Isla. Bye, Mrs. Breen. Bye, Jack. Yeah, Mrs. Askin, Mr. M, again, we were nearly there yesterday, but internet, we had a bad day. So hopefully the videos will be with you soon. Yes, Mrs. Anslow, if the YouTube channel hit 1 million subscribers, yes, keep watching things. We want to be YouTube sensations. We want to be social media stars we've become, I think. Bye, Francesca. Bye, Emily. Bye, Mrs. Naylor, Josh, Amy and Emily. Bye, Oscar. Bye, Mrs. Wood. Bye, Theo and Ted. Bye, Sasha and Tommy. Bye, Quinton. Thank you. Hope to see you soon too. Bye, Joseph and Jack. Bye, Ruby. Bye, Brooke. Bye, Darcy. Okay, I will see you all soon. Take care, please. Stay safe.